Okay. I hope you're doing great. This is Darcy Gondaga, CEO of Twitter Media. I'm so excited. I'm telling you, this masterclass, I've been talking about it for a long time. It's been requested by my English audience for maybe 3 years. I mean, believe me or not, before my traveling and stuff like that, I said, like, you know what? I'm going to have English speaking classes where we go in so many details. And so many people, still asking me, Darcy, when are you coming back? And you're going to be able to help us with this global marketing. So, real quick, I'm not going to be long. I'm doing everything to do it under 30 minutes. So, really help me share it. If people watch it in replay, it's going to be great. All my English speaking friends, please uh, come to this webinar now. I'm live. Even people can see me on LinkedIn, I believe. I'm live on YouTube and of course on my 2 Facebook pages, and I'm live on Twitter as well. So just in case you don't know, there's a new social media platform, NetThreads, been opened up by Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, but in that global marketing is for authors, speaker, experts, and coaches. Okay, authors, speaker, expert, and coaches. And I've been doing this for a long time, since 2002 globally. I've been working with different people, translate the content and create global strategy for Bill Winston, John Maxwell, Dr. Creflo Dollar, Miles Monroe, Joss Mayer. I mean, the list go on and on and on. Dikembe Mutombo, the list go. I mean, I work with a lot of people who reside in the United States, who have business overseas. Dr. Jerry Savelle, Kenneth Copeland. So be able to create global strategy. And today, before I couldn't really work with anybody because like people didn't have a budget or the range to be able to do that. But today, we live in a connected world and people travel, way more than what they used to be. So now I really want to start teaching on that. So before I go in, please, put your phone on vibrate, press 1 in the chat if you're here and you like what I'm about to say. I want people to be able to, it's live, it's live. I just want to do it on Zoom. I want to do it on social media so everybody can participate. I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to share a lot of nuggets tonight, a lot of value, and let you know that that's just introduction. The class, is a fee. The class we start next Thursday. It's going to be 3 Thursday in a row. So Thursday, July 14, Thursday, July 21st, and July 28th. And the class is going to be at 10 p.m. So get your coffee ready if you go to sleep, early. But it's 10 p.m. Why? Because I want people who got kids or who got something to do to be super focused. Bring your coffee if you drink coffee, and we go in. So the structure of my classes is 90 minutes. So 45-minute teaching and 45-minute Q&A. I don't hold nothing back. So I've been consulting with a lot of people from different states within the United States lately since I got back from Paris. And people like, everybody, they have the same answer. Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh my God, it was so powerful. Oh my God. So real quick, it's 4 minutes now. A little bit about me. So who's this guy talking? I never heard about him. Darcy Gondaga. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have a multimedia company named Trillion Media that I started as a consultant in 2002, and I established with my wife here in Atlanta in 2007. I'm a global media strategist. My business, we've been, doing several six figures for the last 7 years, I believe, and I help so many people to reach 7, 8, 9 figures, and working with company doing some great things all around the world. I was just celebrating one of somebody I know, one of my clients, who just opened a 60 million euros facility in Paris, France. It was a whole week celebration. Actually, they're still celebrating, okay? And, talking with him and his staff and just doing great stuff in Paris, France. We have a client in Houston, Texas. We have people in Dubai that we work with. So many people all around the world. So, enough about me. You've been to webinar and, people talk about their life for a long time. You can verify everything I'm saying. Just Google my name, what I've been doing for the last few years. So now, let's talk about what I really want to talk about today. So if you're a coach, you're a speaker, you're an expert, you're an author, you have to understand that the world is global. So I will share some stats with you, and so you will understand why I'm going to speak the way I'm speaking now. And I have a few books that will show you like there's different type of authors. I will talk about just some author and talk about some, the difference between why there's some authors getting paid long money and why some authors, they're authors, but they don't really go in the marketplace the way they're supposed to because of lack of strategy. It's not about just having a good book. Having a good book is not enough. You have to make sure that you understand that publishing a book is one thing, but selling your book is a whole nother beast. So I see a lot of people helping people publishing books, but when you publish a book is not enough. Publishing a book is not enough. You have to make sure that you understand that it's not just about publishing a book, but you have to have a strategy when now you sell your book. Okay? So tap 1 in the chat now on a replay, 1, because I don't want to just publish a book, I want to sell the book. Actually, you want your book you want to create a business with your book. So a lot of people talk about that, but how do you really build a business from your book? How do you really build a business from your intellectual property? The number one mistake, especially when I talk about authors or speakers, I want you to understand that I don't just talk about just somebody who will, hey doc, somebody who just want to teach. I see a lot of people doing a lot of teaching on social media, and you will see here, I will give you a lot of values. I will give you some nuggets, but I will not give you full strategies. So some people teaching, and they come online and they teach their whole strategy. They put their aura, their heart out. And somebody said, yes, if you give people free information and free strategy, eventually they will buy for you. Why will they buy from you if you only give them all the strategies? So what I'm going to, show you is I'm just going to emphasize a little bit about the lack, what's going on, what people are not doing. So when I'm telling you what they're not doing, you will understand that you have to do some action to understand really how to go to the next level. Okay? So, like I say, it's for authors, speakers, coaches, and experts. So when you have a book, like somebody like Brandon Bouchard, Brandon Bouchard, don't know if you know who he is, very powerful coach. I went to some of his conferences, I bought some of his course. Somebody really helped me in the early 2000 with strategy, okay? So Brandon Bouchard is a #1 New York Times bestselling author. So let's talk about something really quick that a lot of people don't really understand, the difference between Amazon #1 bestseller and a New York Times bestselling author. I always hear a lot of people, teach on publishing, but I never heard somebody on a live or on a pre-recorded video explain to people what is the difference. Now, a New York Times bestselling author is that you have to sell a certain amount of print copies. So they don't really take in account what's going on Amazon. Amazon is more like the top, but like on retail store, when it's a retail store, right now people, Barnes and Nobles, but not that. There's a system where you have a book where you can connect with some corporation so they can order your book through the HR department, and then you release, from a date or whenever you release that book, you will see that you will build it. You will build it in a way where people will start getting your book during a week or 10 days, and then according to the amount of copies that you will sell really in print books and order, it will determine if you make the list. When you make that list, you know, is a New York Times bestselling list, but New York Times bestselling list is connected to renowned speaker bureaus who's working with big publishing company. And those speaker bureaus, their job is to book a certain amount of authors for corporate gigs. So when they look for an author, they don't go just on Google. They go to the speaker bureau in some organization in the list of best-selling author according to what they're looking for, and they're going to request. And most of those people who are on this list, New York Times best-selling author, the minimum is $25,000 to go speak somewhere. So this is why when somebody want to be in a speaking business that way, there's different ways, they go towards getting on a, New York Times best-selling list. They don't try to just sell their book on Amazon. You will always hear that, hey, my book is available in all the places where books are sold, airports and stuff. So that's where the number really counts. Now, being number one on Amazon is still good, but it's not enough to really position yourself to do some big speaking business unless you're a very good marketer that I will teach in the masterclass, okay? So now you understand why New York Times bestselling author is important. Now, if you become in the bestseller list, so I believe the best 20 books on the list, now your fee go from 25 to 50K. So you get paid $50,000 by appearance minimum. And then you can always negotiate a bit more, but like minimum, your New York Times best-selling author is $50,000. There's no question asked. Everybody in the game, they know already. So the people who understand the global business, the global marketing, they understand. Now there's some authors some experts and some coaches, they're teaching you how to go to speak to universities and colleges and stuff like that. That's good. That's, they might not, I don't think that they pay you more than 15. They pay you 5, 10. That's good for somebody who try to go from 9 to 5 to go to speaking careers. If you can get once a month, a $10,000 speaking gigs in a college, I mean, it's good. It's very happy. Okay. But that's one aspect. You get paid to speak. But now when we talk about the intellectual property, okay, now let's go like, another level, and people I work with, like John Maxwell and Bishop T.D. Jakes, when it comes now to translate the content and create a strategy in a foreign market. So now we talk about number one New York Times bestselling author. When you're number one, it's 6 figures for 45 minutes. So wherever you go, it starts $100,000. Some people get paid $150,000. Some people get paid $200,000. Some people get paid $250,000. Sometimes more, especially if you go speak in the Middle East. There's some speaker they go speak sometime in Iran. And believe it or not, Iran is a great country when there's some great speaking engagement over there. That's why in part of the strategy, I will show you how to do that in my masterclass. You have to translate your book in Farsi. Farsi is one of the best languages because if your book is in Farsi, when we're looking to invite somebody, even if you have a translator with you, you should be able to sell your book or your content in a country where we don't speak English. Okay? So that's when you become number one New York Times bestselling author. So that's great when you're at that level. So now we talk about coaches, talk about experts. So book is the first, layer. Now there's online courses. So I see a lot of people making that mistake to have just one course. We got one online courses. I know some people online who make, 8 figures having one online courses. The problem with that is that in the world we live in now, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, when I started in 2002, 3, 4, people used to keep the same book, the same cover for 10 years and having a 10 years anniversary book. Today, where we are in now, you have to drop a book every year. If you really about it, you're an author and you think that you do a lot of research, with the speed of information and everything that's happening now, you have to drop a book every year. you have to drop in a solid book every year. It need to be solid. It need to be a book with a lot of data. When you talk about business, a lot of case study, something that is almost like a manual to do something. Okay? Who's matching with a conference or with a masterclass. You have to create something like that. It's very important. I see a lot of authors, we talk about their book for the first 2 weeks. After that, you forgot even that they're author. They on Facebook talk about, hey, yesterday, I ate some good barbecue. I was a nice football game. Oh my God. Wow, you watch that movie? Oh, I recommend an album. So your social media platform, you have to communicate constantly. You can talk about yourself, but you have to have a strategy to really figure out to integrate your product and your services and who you are and be authentic about what type of business you are in. I see so many people say like, man, you don't talk about what you're supposed to have or what you do here. There's no enough call to action, in your strategy. You just post and hope. Post and hope going to create, unfortunately, some unnecessary stress in your life. If you keep doing that. So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So now we're finished talking about books. Let's talk about online courses. So you create your online courses. Online courses today, do not create online courses like you want to send people back to school. So like, don't create online courses of 12 weeks online courses or a challenge for 8 weeks and stuff. People get tired. If you see like the masterclass I'm setting to you right now, you can go register on a click on the link at any time while I'm speaking. It's 3 weeks, 90 minutes. Okay? So it's 4 hours and 30 minutes of pure content, 45-minute teaching, 45-minute conversation. Why conversation? If you learn about the core of learning, so like you retain only 10% of what you listen to, or what you read, 20% of what you listen to, 30% of what you comprehend. But between 60 and 75% to what you discuss, and 90% of what you teach and what you keep teaching. This is why it's important to follow somebody who's in the trenches, who's still in the marketing, not somebody who made money in 2004 and come teach you now in 2023. I'm a millionaire, I saw this. Ask them, when was the last time they did a conference? When was the last time they traveled? When was the last time they talked to their audience? Somebody who's in trenches, like, are you doing workshop virtually? Are you on the road? Are you doing are you still doing research? Okay? And we cannot talk about marketing and producing content and create and monetize your money without talking about the artificial intelligence. And I'm telling you, I'm going to show you some stuff. Sometimes even regret because I'll just let you know. The prices that you see now, those prices are good for 24 hours. Because what I'm going to show you, it's information you can use for yourself, going to make you 6 figures, or you can sell to somebody for 6 figures. Let me repeat that. The information that you're going to learn in my masterclass, this is not a conditional thing. It's not a if. The value, now, the value of this information I'm going to share with you, that's the same type of information that huge corporations like Netflix or ABC pay people like us, global media strategists, to give you the keys of the knowledge of somebody who got a Fortune 500 company. That's what I'm going to give you. There's stuff that you never heard before on the internet. I'm telling you, it's just, I have no competition. Nobody's doing what I'm doing. Nobody have the ability not only to be international for real, but operate in the highest level with people who speak different languages for the last 20 years and who reside in the United States and that you have access to. Now, there's people like me, but if you don't have 6 figures, you don't talk to them. You understand? So this is really a huge opportunity for you to seize right now. so you can go to the next level. Okay? So when it comes to intellectual property and the way you create your online course, I will give you the blueprint to teach any topic in 90 minutes. Let me repeat that. Any topic in 90 minutes. So there's a blueprint, there's a way to teach, there's a way to tell a story, there's a structure. Hey Joseph, there's a structure that you need to have. In that structure, you will have the ability to teach any topic for 90 minutes. Any topic for 90 minutes, you will have the ability to teach it. You'll be able to teach it. And if you cannot teach it, how are you going to make, how are you going to be able to make it to the next level? Because you don't have the structure. You need the structure. You need the structure. And when you have the structure, no matter what, you will teach with ease. You will be natural. Don't try to become a teacher from the 1980s, to have a whiteboard, and I don't have my glasses here. Have the big glasses will pitch your nose. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about some physics. And man, you have to be able to talk to the person. The person needs to stay awake when you teach, man. The tone of your voice, you cannot have a monotone like you're sleepy. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about global marketing. I don't know if somebody... What are you talking about? Are you sleepy? Okay? So you have to do what you have to do, but you need to learn the blueprint. And when you learn the blueprint, it's just like a movie. There's a script already. There's a way to write a script for a movie. There's a way there's a way to introduce a character. And that character, you fall in love with that character. And then for the rest of the movie, you champion him. You want him to win. He can be a bad guy, but that bad guy, you want him to win. Why? Do you think it's just like that? No. All the writers, the script writer in Hollywood, they have a structure. They have a blueprint to tell a story. Same way as a business coach, as an expert, as a trainer. When you train people, you need to follow a blueprint. And when you teach them, they can follow that. You don't just go into all over places. You need to have a structure. So when you teach people, follow you, and you bring them to the conclusion. Because information is nothing without understanding. The Bible said, in all you're getting, get understanding. The understanding opens the door for manifestation, for revelation, for action, for discipline. You see, there's a lot of people who have hard time to be disciplined in something. You know why? They never got the understanding of what they are doing. When you have the understanding, with the understanding, the discipline shows up. With your understanding, you figure out a way to keep showing up. But if you don't understand, it's a negligence. Will put you in a state of mind when you don't have enough energy to be able to do it. You cannot do it because it's not important enough for you to do it. You don't have the understanding, or you cannot see through the vision. There's a difference between a vision and sight. You only have sight. When you have vision, you can see the end before you begin. Okay, so now that you have a blueprint that you know how to teach, you have understanding, there's no problem like, oh, coach, I'm sorry, I was supposed to do something. Oh, it always makes me laugh, like, hey, when are you going to do your new course or your podcast? Sometime this week. You're not going to do it. You cannot tell me sometime this week. You cannot give me a day and a date, so you didn't protect that. You didn't think long enough to choose a date and protect and fight for that date. Sometimes you have to fight for the date. You have to fight for the hour that you put on the side to do something. So if you cannot tell me next Tuesday at 7 p.m., I will do that, so you will not rearrange your schedule to protect it, to make it happen. You can buy course after course, course after course, but if you believe that there's some magical stuff in it and you're not willing to pay the price and now to execute on information, don't even buy the course, man. Don't even buy the course. And there's some stat that you need to understand, okay? Only 32% of people who buy books finish them. But according to the studies, you need to read a book 3 times and take notes to fully comprehend a book. And even then, unless you're very sharp, you only retain 20% of the book. And don't tell me like, no, I don't need to read the whole book. I just need the chapter 7. No. The author, if the whole book was not enough, we only publish chapter 7. Chapter 7 is maybe the most important chapter for you in a book at the moment. But I guarantee you, even, you know, if the last page of a book can be beneficial for you, it can bring you to a whole other level. Okay? So I'm almost finished. So now when it comes to content creation, don't create long courses. Create a course no more than 4 hours if you can, and make sure that when you create a course, you can talk with that person, like, you know, add a Zoom Q&A or something. So the person who consumes your book can give you a feedback, you know, can have an understanding of what's going on. That's why it's important. Okay? And when you create your course, again, don't create your course and put it on Udemy for your course to go die on Udemy. It's just like somebody publishes a book on Amazon. Publishing a book on Amazon, yes, you can celebrate, but celebrate when you make some sale. Selling your book on Amazon, you know, is almost like somebody got his wallet and you're on a cruise ship and you are so happy, maybe you're drinking some champagne or whatever, and then for some reason you drop your wallet in the ocean. Because you need to understand, man, 300 books are published on Amazon every hour. 300 books are published on Amazon every hour, and that's just in the United States. So when you understand this type of metrics, now, okay, when you say, oh my God, I published my book today. Today I published my book, yeah. You know how many books being published on Amazon? Almost 7,000 books being published on Amazon today. So if you don't have a proper strategy, you're not going to sell. And you have to understand that 98% of authors will never sell more than 75 copies of their book. Let me repeat that, because I believe that every time I read on, you know, let me repeat that slowly. 98% of published authors will never sell more than 75 copies of their books. Can I repeat that a third time? You know, that's just for me. 98% of authors will never sell more than 75 copies of books, because 98% of authors they have an employee mentality. They don't have an ownership of a business. You need to be an author, you need to be a publisher and an entrepreneur to be able to transform that book into business, different avenue to make sure you market your book properly, organically, and with paid ads and with some creativity in a way for people to talk about your book, to make sure you keep selling your book every month. You should have a number that every month I need to sell that amount of book for the whole year. Yes, Joseph. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do that, man, what you doing? You're wasting a lot of time. You're wasting a lot of time. Okay? So now that you create that content, the online courses, you have your book. Now, how do you sell that? How do you create conferences? How do you create, masterclass? How do you do like webinar like I'm doing now? It's not really the technical part. It's not really the how to do the webinar or when to do the webinar. It's really how I'm going to position myself to serve the people who need to hear that message, where I'm going to locate the people. If you can locate the people, and you can think enough and ask enough detailed questions to locate your avatar, the strategy will come when you locate the avatar. But people try to skip the steps. It's not about, oh, I want to do a webinar. No, you want to do a webinar for who? When? What time? Who you want to reach? What's your expectation? And that will position your content to do well. It makes sense? Okay? So if you want to learn how to do all that, if you want to learn really how to go global with your book, not only translate the book, but develop a strategy to reach people. How to utilize, artificial intelligence today. You can write a book in 1 hour. How to do that? How to be able to create your podcast and make sure that you have those professional videos that people have, that those professional reels. How to create a virtual team of robot who's working for you and create your videos and help you with your tagline and everything. How do you do that? How do you set up a webinar? How do you set up, a membership site in less than 1 hour? How do you do that? Do we have tools available today to do that? Yes. How can you do that? How can you translate? Right now, how you can put your voice in French with your own voice? There's some robot who can help you do that. There's some technology, there's some software who can help you do that. Before, people used to pay me a lot of money to use my voice, a lot of money to translate stuff. And now, today, you don't really need to do that because there's so many experts who need to go global. You have to understand something, and then I'll finish. I will maybe take a few questions. I don't want to be too long. Only 27% of the internet speaks English. Let me repeat that. Only 27% of the internet speaks English. Only 27%. So no matter how much money you spend, you're not going to reach the 73%. Not because you don't have enough money, because they cannot understand what you try to say. I'm watching a very good series on Netflix right now. And Netflix is good, But Netflix is good, And you're like, oh my God, how I can, make it happen. And yes, Netflix. And oh my God, I want to do different stuff. But you see the company who do the voice and translation for Netflix. I work with them too. So I'm just going to plug you in. And believe it or not, they are very affordable. So can you imagine now, and that's just one thing that I will tell you now that we see that you really need to take my course. Do you know it's 10 times cheaper to advertise the same content in Buenos Aires in Argentina than to advertise the content in Atlanta? There's not the same competition. So if you want to spend $1,000 to promote a product in Atlanta, you're going to reach a few people. But you spend $1,000 in Buenos Aires in Argentina, and you speak Spanish, and your course is available in Spanish, or your book is available in Spanish, and you spend $1,000, man, you might receive 4 or 5 speaking engagement from Argentina. You understand what I'm saying? That's global stuff. That's just one example. And you can do that in so many countries because, the marketing competition for market share is not the same outside the United States. So if you speak another language, there's 27 countries who speak French in Africa. And when I tell other people, they don't understand until they go there. They say, oh my God, Darcy was right. Vous parlez français? Français, oui, non, je parle pas français. You go to Tunisia, they speak French. You go to Algeria, they speak French. You go to Mali, Senegal, they speak French. Benin, Ivory Coast, French. Cameroon, Gabon, 2 Congos, Guinea. All those countries speak French. So you can go there, and if you're expert, you're a coach, you're a speaker, you're an author, you can still sell your content why you go there on vacation or for pleasure. So you can go there for 7 days and you have a 1-day conference. And whatever money that you spend for your vacation, you make it back 10 times just for a 1-day conference because you're global, because you have your stuff in different languages. I got a business partner in Dubai. I'm not going to Dubai just to go to Dubai. Praise God. I will drop a conference in Dubai. But when I drop a conference in Dubai, even if most people speak English in Dubai, guess what? I'm going to have my stuff in Arabic, man. Do you understand the strategy? So there's no competition between another speaker coming from America, coming to a conference, who got somebody who can interpret the stuff for a few people in Arabic in a room, and me, who got my content available in Arabic. In no competition. Global. Be global. Be global, guys. Be global. Be global. So, hey, go on the link wherever you watch me, from YouTube to my 2 pages on Facebook. 2 pages on Facebook. If you watch me on LinkedIn, you watch me on Twitter, the link is in the description. There's only one link. I didn't put my bio, nothing. I didn't put my name. I just put like register for the webinar. So we start next Thursday. So right now it's only $297. The price will go up. We multiply that price by 3, almost by 4. It's gonna be $1,000 on Friday at midnight. So do whatever you have to do now. Now not only is it $297, but you can pay in 3 installments. But I'm telling you, whoever do not register today, tomorrow same time before 10 p.m. the price go up to $1,000, because like the information I give is just like the value of that is the value of my webinar. People pay me $10,000 all the time for this kind of information. But it's just like, it's been a while that I talked to my English audience, and I want to create a team of people that I will keep teaching all year long after that, because I got so much information. It's not enough for you to compute that, but it's gonna be enough for you to start. But if it's just a little bit too much for you, we're gonna continue. But you can only have access to my monthly after going through. It's just like an initiation. You have to go through these 3 weeks with me, so you can see, if you really like the way I teach and stuff like that, so you can go to the next level. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna take maybe 2 or 3 questions for whoever is here got questions, and then we will call it a night. Do you know how many videos I did today? Do you know how many videos I did today? Oh my God. You have no idea how many stuff I did today, man. I'm telling you. I believe I did like 7 videos today alone. 7 videos. So if you have any question about marketing, you better come and ask me now. Any question about the webinar? Joseph, Doc, I see so many other people on YouTube. I don't see their names. Do you have any questions? Oh my God, like what? You just want to register? That's it? You're going to ask me a question during the training? That's what we're doing? Okay, all right. 0 questions. 0 questions? I know some people, take the time to type. Hello, Armand. How are you? How can I help you today? What do you think is the best way to begin? The best way to begin is to join the course. There's so many stuff happening now. There's a new AI tools, they're dropping every day. But I have enough AI tool right now to build a social media agency like yesterday. And I'm going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, There's enough tools because I try the tools. I try the tools. So, you can watch certain influencers talk about tools, and you look and you save a video, or you look at it and you say, oh, okay, ChatGPT is cute. No, it's way more. It's beyond ChatGPT, and there's a way to use ChatGPT, the way to create prompts and stuff like that, and to get way more of ChatGPT that you see. There's a way where you can connect ChatGPT to 5,000 plugins and stuff like that. So it's way more than what you see in the surface. There's a new social media we just dropped yesterday. I believe what I checked, we got 30 million in the next less than 48 hours. That's crazy. That's exponential stuff. There's a book. I was always talking about that book, and that book really helped me to understand what's going on. Actually, I'm going to read this book again now. Get that book. It's Jump the Curve, and they talk about the exponential speed of technology. The exponential speed of technology. Jump the Curve by Jack Udrich. We talk about nanotechnology and what will happen and stuff like that. I bought that book in 2011, and I'm telling you, this book, it blessed me so much because they talk about what's going on now. They really talk about what's going on now with the speed of internet information. So yeah, the best way to start is to start right now. So you start, coming to the webinar. It's going to be 3 weeks on a special platform. It's not going to be on Zoom. It's not going to be on Facebook. It's not going to be on YouTube. So don't think you're going to get like that. It's going to be secure. So I'm telling you, we've been talking about it for a long time. I'm super ready. And the great thing about it, I believe that it's going to be my best course. And, I just saying to say, I own more than 160 courses between my spouse and I. But this one is good because there's that curve of the technology and what's going on with AI and global marketing and, all the algorithm and all this kind of stuff, what's going on, it just is working so well right now. So it's just you have to learn it. It's I don't know, sometimes I don't want to make people feel guilty, but you have to. It's almost like I don't even need to beg people to join the stuff, man. It's just it's if you don't see it, it's not for you. It's at this level now where we at in the economy, in the global world, and where we're going, if you cannot see it, don't even bother, man. It's everybody who's in the game, they understand. If you think that, if you're still, thinking about it, you're not ready. Now, if you don't have the money, I understand. But if you have the money and you're thinking about it, you're not ready. Because everything come back full circle now. So you have to jump in the water to get wet. You cannot just look at the water. Say, oh man, oh my God, I wish I can drink. I'm so thirsty. You're going to purchase that bottle of water or jump in the water where you can drink or whatever. You cannot just think about change. You have to pay the price to access the tools. Who's going to, first of all, impact your mindset, and then through the understanding, show you how to use the tools of today so you can enhance your communication and position yourself to find the people who need your product and services. That's all it's about. It's just about it's about the speed of execution. So the speed of execution depends clearly on how to use those tools. So because I know how to use the tools, I'm excited to do live. I'm excited to talk about it because I know how to use it. So some people, they feel paralyzed because they don't know what to do. And they're so relaxed. They're so, there's a new season right now. There's a new season right now when you have to act. You have to make it happen. That's the season we are in today. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's just that's thing crazy, man. I was making Jay-Z voice. I I was able to talk to one of my AI. My AI give Jay-Z a French voice. You don't believe me?
Je crois que l'expression c'est 3/5 d'un homme. Je suis 50% de Ducé. Et sans dette, ouais, 100% d'une bouteille d'Ace de Spade vaut la moitié d'un beat boom. La moitié de Rock Nation, c'est ma part. 100% de titres pour le partager avec mes potes. Tu, gars, n'arriveront jamais à travailler ensemble. Tu fais un chèque, mais porc et des intestins de porc, de M astérisque, 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 astérisque que tu as jeté, que nous avons ingéré. On a rendu le cool, tu es revenu, réinvesti et gentrifié. Prends le fierté des gars du quartier. Non, c'est gratuit. Et ces personnes ont volé une chanson et frappé les gars.
Do you want to learn how to do that? Do you know how much money? I mean, do you know how much money? Do you know how much? I mean, my my global client now. I got global clients who live in Europe, and they have to reach people in Germany. They have to reach people with their content in Italy, in Spain. And now I can say, like, wait a minute. I train the entire team. This is how you're supposed to do. This is how you can touch people in Germany. Do you know how many German? It's 80 million people. The potential of the population. 80 million is like this. Hey, guys, I gotta go. Do whatever you have to do. Click on the link. Okay, click on the link below. Register. And I'll see you next Thursday. Next Thursday we start 10 p.m. I'm gonna start 10 p.m. on next Thursday. It's gonna be 10 p.m. So just get your coffee and stuff like that, and we're going in for 90 minutes because I want people, 10 p.m. No distraction, and if you're sleepy, I don't think you'll be sleepy, but the replay is available, and in the platform you can ask me questions and stuff like that. So do whatever you have to do. Get in the game. We in July. I was talking to someone and I was saying, like, man, we in July. Do you know here in the United States, we already in July. So we already like what, July 7, 6, 7. In less than a month here in Atlanta, kids going back to school. 1 month after school is Labor Day. As soon as Labor Day is over, Labor Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 2024. What are you gonna do? You're gonna, write something December 31st with your tears. I want to change my life. My life is changed. It's too late. You change 2024 now. I'm preparing already, like, what country I'm going to in 2024 to do a conference. Right now. It's not in December that I think about that. I think about the strategies right now. What is the best time? How I'm going to move? How I'm going to do that? How I'm going to position myself? How I'm going to, how I'm going to do that? How? I need to make sure that I can hit those targets. How I'm going to move? How? Guys, let's do what we have to do. Let's be focused. Let's work. And let's change the world, literally, to learning how to reach people who don't speak the language that you speak, who don't look like you. It's time to go global, man. It's your time to go global and to learn how to do it. Darcy Ogondaga, CEO of Royal Media. I'm so excited. And of course, you can get my book, Mastery, Before You Come to America. Think Like an Immigrant. The book is available now. I didn't even put the link, but if you're interested in my book, let me know. I will send you the link. My book is not on Amazon. It's on my own platform. It's an audio book. I speak English. I got 2 versions. I got the English version and the French version. I'm telling you, it's not because it's me, but my book is literally a movie. You can pop your popcorn and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it is. It is a movie. It is a movie. So my story is not a typical story, especially in the United States. The story in the United States, a lot of stories look like the same because people come from the same place. My story is different. It's different and it's worth it for you to listen to it. So you can see life differently from another angle. And you will see when you see life from another angle, you got new ideas, and your creativity level will go to another level. Okay? Thank you so much. That's it, guys. It was a pleasure to talk to y'all. It's been a long time. I did the long live like that in English. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Guys, join me for that webinar. We're starting July 14. July 14, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. New York City time. Let's meet right here. I'm going to be in my studio, but not on Facebook. It's going to be on my platform, my English platform, so I can teach. Okay? Let's do it. Bye-bye, guys.